everybody, it's Missy Wolf, and we are back here at CMA Fest Day 3 with Spencer Crandall.
Howdy.
How are you? It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
It has been.
Yeah.
I love that I got to catch up with you though today. I love that. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here.
I'm glad to. Now I have to ask you a question. You had one of my favorite handles ever with your social media, and I don't think you go by it anymore. What happened to Spency Boo?
Okay, at Spency Boo was the Twitter that I made when I was 14 years old. I had no idea I was going to do music, so I just was with my friends in my basement, and they were like, they call me like a boo, and I have another friend who's like a pie. It makes no sense. Basically, they're like, just go by Spency Boo. So I did it. Mistakes were made. I was 14. And now the Twitter's suspended because I was posting covers and they got claimed by some labels and stuff. So we got to figure that out. But at Spency Boo is currently out of commission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I might have to make a new one, which may be a good thing.
It might be a good thing, but I will tell you, like, that was the one handle that I remember forever.
Maybe
and
I should
keep
keep
it
it then.
So much that I was like, where is my Spency Boo? And so as we were walking down the hall, I was like, honey, who's my next interview? He's like, it's Spencer Crandall. I was like, it's my Spency Boo.
I love that.
But what have you been doing since I last saw you?
Oh, man.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. We first met at the Troubadour
in LA,
like 2017, 16, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just been putting out a lot of music and doing shows and kind of figuring out next steps here in Nashville. So meeting with people, and it's been great. It's been a fun couple of years since then. I moved to Nashville and just been doing it. Yeah,
that's fun. I know, and you're still friends with Tyler Rich, right? You guys were.
Yeah. Tyler is actually my next door neighbor.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. So I was like, is that still how it is? Y'all are still neighbors? That's fun.
I let his dog out, and he comes over and eats fajitas and stuff on Sundays. It's great.
Oh, my gosh. Now, do you guys ever get to collaborate together and write together?
We've written a couple times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's awesome. He's put a couple of my songs on hold, but he never cuts them. So, Tyler, if you're listening.
Tyler.
What the heck, dude?
What's up with that?
Yeah. I would love a Tyler Rich cut, but
I know.
It's out of my control.
I know. It's so fun. Now, being at CMA Fest, what is your favorite part about that?
I love CMA Fest. One, to see like people from across the country coming to not only my shows, but just to see country music is really cool. I get to support my friends, people like Tyler.
Yes.
So I got to see him the other night, and he's grown so exponentially since the time we were at the Troubadour to now. I think that's kind of the fun part of CMA is it's every year at the same time. So you get to watch people grow in these yearly increments and be like, oh my gosh, their songs are so much better. Their sets so much better. And watching people move up stage to stage. So that's my favorite part.
Well, and then when they become a little less shy on the stage too, right? That is one of my favorite parts. When you look at the before videos and then you look at like the progress.
Sure.
It's just how much more they move and they interact with the audience, and it's like they finally find who their onstage persona is. And it's just that for me is always fun to watch. I don't like watching my progress on interviews, however, because I don't like watching myself on camera.
Right.
But I think it's really great for artists to be able to go back and see where they were and see how far they've come.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've done the same thing with yourself as well, with your music. And I don't know, what is it like for you creating the music in general? Because that to me seems like such a fun process.
It's a very fun process. It's my favorite part of the whole thing. I have put out songs that haven't done what I wanted them to do, and so I've just promised myself moving forward that the most fun will be making it and the process.
Right. And
the process will be the thing that I fall in love with, so that when results come or go, it'll be fun or it'll be a little sad, but mostly I can lean into I love what I made, and that's the highlight. So I love writing music. It's really fun to write a song. I'll be in a room with a couple buddies. We write this song that we're super proud of. We produce it. It takes a long time to produce, to mix, all this stuff. Then we do the artwork. We do all these things. Then you put it out into the world, and then people actually relate to it. And they say, oh my gosh, I've felt that before. Or like they're singing it back to you at a show. That whole full circle process to me is so interesting, and I'm fully in love with it. It's really cool.
I think them singing it back to you has got to be one of the biggest compliments that an artist can get.
Yeah.
And watching that happen, and we watch it every day here at CMA Fest. There's people singing at shows all over the place.
Sure.
And when they're singing their own original song and their fans had showed up to support them, and then they sing it back to them, watching them on stage light up because of that is such an amazing moment. And I've been there for so many of them. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world because this is my job.
Yeah.
And this is what I get to do. And I'm such an observer. I love watching all of that. Do you do any live streams when you're performing at all?
That's something we've actually been talking about a lot recently, is just some things like moving forward. How are we going to treat new music? Should we be putting stuff out on YouTube before? Should we be live streaming every show? So these are things that I'm super interested in, because I'm like you. I love these processes. And it's definitely a trend that's kind of taking off.
It is. And I mean, I've been watching people like have their phone live stream on them as they're performing, and then they're reading the comments and taking requests from the people watching.
That's so cool.
And I'm like, how are they doing that? But it's so much fun, and artists are getting super creative to keep the fans involved. And I think keeping your fans involved is a really great thing. But you have the personality that, I mean, it's easy for a fan to just love you and follow you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. But where can fans find you?
Yeah, well, not on Twitter right now.
Boo.
Instagram at Spencer Crandall, Facebook, and basically anywhere you listen to music, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all that stuff. Just search my name and we'll be there. YouTube. I just started vlogging quite a bit, so that's been a fun transition. It's been really cool. I think, selfishly, I'm going to be able to look back and like when I'm 98 on my deathbed, I can be like, what was I like at 27 at CMA Fest? And I'll be able to see that. Yeah. And then obviously the fans get to connect on a deeper level. So it's this really cool win-win. I'm doing all the editing and all the filming, so I'm learning a lot.
Oh, I got to give you credit. I will not touch that. That is not my area.
It's been a lot. But I wanted to get to the point, kind of like music, where like at one point I couldn't play the guitar on stage. I just couldn't do it. I didn't really even know how, but it was holding me back personally. Like I couldn't play rounds and stuff. So it's like, okay, that's the next level. So same thing with vlogs. Is like, if I have to hire an editor, I probably won't be able to do it. Right. So I'm like, all right. It's going to suck maybe at first, but I've been doing it for about like a year, so I finally feel comfortable like, okay, this doesn't suck. This is at least on a level where I feel comfortable putting out. Yeah.
Oh, I love that, and I love that you're not afraid. You are just not afraid to get out there and do it and make your fans happy, which is great, because a lot of people hold themselves back. And the best advice I ever heard from an independent artist to another independent artist was learn how to play, because you can count on yourself, but you can't count on that other player to be there at a show for you.
Yeah.
But as a fan, as a person who loves, you don't think about those things.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought that was just such an amazing piece of advice. So I'm glad that you're doing that. I think that's so much fun. You guys, you got to love Spencer as much as I do. And if you don't know him, you got to go over to his website and check him out and his social media, because he's just fantastic. Is there anything else you want to tell them before I let you go and get on with your day?
Oh, just thanks for having me. And check out the music. Appreciate y'all.
All right, we can't wait this long next time. We have to talk
I know.
More.
We
got to
definitely
stay in touch.
For sure.
All right, guys. Until next time, we'll see you soon.